Good afternoon, YouTube. I just want to do a quick update. I hope I can get through this video without too many interruptions. Today is Monday. It is August 28th, and it is our first day back to school, sort of. What I did last year, and I'm doing it again this year, is kind of like a soft start for the first week. So our real week of, full on school will begin the day after Labor Day. Another reason for that this year is because I am waiting for their books to be ordered. The books aren't being delivered slow or anything like that. To my knowledge, I actually just ordered them because I was researching a few changes in curriculum that I wanted to get. I am switching from learning language arts through literature for Camille, who is in 10th grade. Last year we did the gold book of that, and I used it in the past with another child, and I just wanted to do something different with that and really wanted to surprise her with something a little different. Also, I am switching her math from Saxon. Just once again, like I said, just something else to give her a little bit of something different with some oomph. I only started her on Saxon, especially the high school level, algebra and all of those, because I already had the books. So that was almost just as much a financial decision more than a actual I love the program. I actually don't have a problem with Saxon. It's pretty straightforward and it's excellent for homeschoolers, and the way that the instruction is laid out very simply, and there is plenty of practice problems to do. I have a reluctant math learner, so doing that many problems sometimes resulted in us not really finishing, even when I would tell her do the even and not the the odd, or vice versa in that case. So I'm just want to try something different. I really think that wasn't for her, and like I said, I had used it on another child and it was fine, but for her not so much. Each kid is different, so those are two changes that I'm making. Now for Malcolm, who's going up to 4th grade, I am going to, for the first time, use learning language arts through literature completely. I had the book last year and we picked and chose it. Like, we didn't use the books that was for it. We used different books and certain lessons. If we had the lesson in another place, I did not make him repeat that. So we're going to do it a little bit full on. So that has been ordered also, as well as the books that come along with it. Malcolm also will be receiving math. I believe the math that I chose for him was MCP. If you're familiar with like Plaid phonics and spelling, I think they also do. I used MCP in 6th grade for Camille, the one that I took from 6th grade in MCP because that's where it ended, and put her right into Saxon. I think we went right into 1/2, or the one before that. So I'm going to make a different decision for him probably also when he finishes the whole series at 6th grade for MCP. What I had begun doing last year, which I will continue to do this year, is with Malcolm, really just some really simple, sustained sit down copy work. I think it helps him tremendously. For my daughter, who is in 10th grade now, I remember back when she was his age, it was just tedious work that she just really did not like doing. I would just fit in, that extra kind of stimulation in other places. Writing is a huge goal for me this year for Camille, who's in 10th grade. I really am going to amp up on our writing. And with Malcolm, we are really, one of our big goals this year is really getting him doing cursive better. That's pretty much all we have going on as far as homeschooling is going. Like I said, I'm just waiting for these books because a lot of them are new to me. Like, after a while, when you keep ordering like the same things over and over, you kind of like don't really have like that oomph. And I think the whole point of homeschooling is for you to not get into a necessary rut just because it worked before. You have the opportunity to explore, and I had been missing out on that. Once I had gotten something that worked for one, I pretty much was just kind of working with that for all of them. So I'm changing that. I may go back. This reminds me of the first year that we left Connections Academy and went on to homeschooling without the cyber school. And that I got a few things, didn't like it, tried something else, went back to it. I really just worked around, and that's pretty much how this year is going to be. I also ordered like some little small little like office-y things, administrative things for our homeschool from Rainbow Resources. I didn't really want to say where I was ordering from, but I think everybody knows them who homeschools. I ordered like report cards and stuff like that. I never ordered that before. I always just printed them out, but I suck at that. Everybody knows I'm no good at doing that. So that's why, like, through the years when I would see people doing a lot of things, oh, we got it off the computer and copied, and I'm no good at that. Like, I'm going to buy a workbook most of the time, or whatever the case may be. Malcolm is on break already, or probably, I would say, done for the day. Camille is working on some work, and her book that she's reading is Frankenstein. We started reading it over the summer and just really been delving into it. Got distracted. Like, when you read something like that, there's so many historical things that you can kind of dive off and do. If it's taken too long, and we're kind of like close to pretty much finishing, and I think she gets the gist of everything, we'll probably end up watching the movie and just calling it a day and moving on to what I had planned for this school year. And that's pretty much it, but it'll hold us over, like I said, until we get our books in. And she's just picking up where she left off on last year's algebra from Saxon and stuff like that. So that's it. I think I'm running out of time. I'll check back in when I get our books in. Thank you.